Okay, I usually wouldn't put this on a demonstration, but since I'm going to have a sub and I wasn't able to explain this, I wanted to give you a little talk on complementary colors. Both fifth and sixth grade are on complementary colors for different projects. The idea is the same or the theory is the same, so both of you will be listening to this video. Yesterday, I talked about monochromatic colors. If you remember right, mono means one, chroma means color. So basically this color scheme meant one color, easy enough, but you can always add the neutrals to it. Neutrals being black, white, and gray. I can never remember if neutrals is spelled like that or like this. Forgive me if I'm spelling it wrong, I'm not sure. Anyway, so if I'm using one color like red, I can use black, white, gray, and red. I could add white to red. I could get pink. I could add black to red. I could get a brick red. And then still I could use black, white, gray, pink, brick red, red, still monochromatic. That's a review. Okay, our next color scheme that we're going to learn is a complementary color scheme. Complementary color schemes are opposite on the color wheel. It means they're directly across from each other. And it's going to be two colors this time instead of one. That one was just one color. This is two colors. So let's make our color scheme. Our color wheel. We have a triangle, red, yellow, blue are our primary colors. Our secondary colors go on the next triangle. Red and blue make violet, yellow and blue make green, yellow and red make orange. Okay, so here's our basic color wheel. If I want to use red, the opposite of red on the color wheel is green. Okay, so red and green are one complementary color scheme that you could use. If I want to use violet, the opposite of that one is yellow. So violet and yellow is one color scheme. These can't be used together. This is one option. Here's another option. Both are complementary. The last option then is blue. Opposite of that is orange. So blue, orange. So when I say that your next print for fifth graders or your next section for sixth graders that you're going to color has to be in a complementary color scheme, you get to choose from one of these color schemes. You do have some freedom with it because don't forget, black, white, and gray can be added to any of these. So if I want to, let's say I want to use red and green. I can use red, I can use green, I could use black, white, gray. If I add black to red, I get that brick red. If I add white to red, I get pink. If I add black to green, I get a dark green. If I add white to green, I get a light green. Look how many colors I have. It's a two-color color scheme, but all of these options would be mine. Same thing with blue and orange, same thing with violet and yellow. They are pretty common to see them around here. Red and green is something we always use at Christmas. Violet and yellow happens to be our school colors. Purple and gold is another way to say it. So we see these lots of times. I'm wearing purple and gold if my son's playing basketball or whatever the case may be. And then blue and orange, not quite as popular. I don't use that all the time, but some of you guys might be Denver Bronco fans. So there are schools out there that have blue and orange for their colors or professional teams. So if you are a fifth grader, you're going to choose one of these color combinations and you can mix them together if you want, but you're going to make a print with complementary colors. I can't show that to you because I actually threw my printing plate away after I did the monochromatic. If you are a sixth grader, you're going to have this in front of you. Here's your monochromatic strip. Your next one is going to be complementary. I actually did this once and I accidentally had a purple, so forgive me for that. But anyway, pretend that's blue. I was going to go over it. I was going to show you how you could shade from dark blue on the sides, go up. You could even blend this in with light blue here so that you have both of those blues in one section. Go all the way up to white, back down to this. This is kind of a weird area right here, but until you're back down to your blue. And I'm trying to color really fast, so it's a little sloppy. Remember, you need to be coloring nice and neat. Long ovals, don't see the path that your pencil makes. Okay, so I could combine those blues. Same thing with my oranges. I started out with my dark orange over here. I I'm going to go with my light orange next, which is really kind of a flesh color. Peach, maybe you'd want to call it. I don't know. And then I could do my black for a rest in between, and then I'm going to make a pattern out of that. So it'll be blue, orange, black, blue, orange, black, blue, orange, black, like that. Another way you could do it is I literally could do a dark blue stripe, a light blue stripe, a black stripe, a dark orange stripe, a light orange stripe. I'd have to skip around on this, but literally that would just mean, let's say this one's black, this one's going to be that peachy color, and maybe I want to switch then to the turquoise color. I'm only doing part of these, but I'll give you an idea of another way you can do this. And I could switch to my bright orange for this section, and then finally I would go back to the dark blue. It'd be clear up here for this one. Hopefully you can see that. So that's another way you can plan out your pattern. So whatever works, if you want to mix them or if you want to keep it like this, that's fine.